This video is brought to you by Yoga and Essential Oils, 12 months of emotional and physical healing. Get it at www.yogatraveler.online/yoga and oils.
Welcome to our foundational chakra and yoga essential oils session today. We're going to be talking about the three first chakras. So that's the root chakra, that is at the base of the spine, the sacral chakra in the hips, and then the solar plexus chakra, which is in the abdominals. And these three chakras form the foundation of our emotions, of our physical body. They each have a physical element and an emotional element, and we'll talk about those. Plus, we'll involve essential oils. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff going on today. If you don't have essential oils, don't worry. You can just join the yoga and it'll be great. But let's get started. If you have oils, take your clove oil, clove blend, something that's grounding. Clove is, I think it's in the mint. It's a little bit tangy, medicinal. I don't know if you've ever put clove like in your mouth for sore teeth. It numbs your mouth, right? So it's got a numbing agent, some medicinalness. And we're just gonna put a couple of drops at the top of our mat. So this is to clear the airways, clear the space. When we use essential oils, we are bringing the properties of the oils into our body and using those defenses, those powerful tools for ourselves. So with clove, it's cleansing, like I said, and emotionally, it can inspire playfulness and clears the head for rational thoughts. So we want to be clear in our mind so that we can enjoy this experience that we have today. Next oil is Cassia. Now Cassia is a hot oil, which means that it can burn. So you have to be really careful, but I do love just a drop in water. So you see this big cup that I have, it's full of 8 ounces of water. 1 drop to 8 ounces of water is all you'll need, especially with it being a hot oil. So we're just gonna put 1 drop. It smells so good. It definitely is in the cinnamon family. That hot oil. Oh, I'm trying to be careful to put 1 drop. Okay, oh, I got a couple in there. Well, I might not be able to use it. I probably won't drink it because I'm teaching, but cassia oil, hopefully just 1 drop in water. You breathe it in. It supports a healthy response to our pathogenic exposure. So we're breathing things in and we're having a healthy response for that. It also inspires self-assurance in discovering our innate talents. So we're getting deep into our body, getting deep into our foundations. Of course, you can have that water there and just sip on it as we practice. Cleansing, keep you going there. Okay, last little setup item, we'll take balance oil. So if you have, this is a doTERRA blend, a grounding blend. So anything that is earthy to you, you're gonna put it on your feet. So let's put a couple of drops in our hand, breathe it in, rub it into our hands, and then just rub it on the feet. Our feet have a lot of nerve endings, and this is gonna support physical balance, so literal balancing as we stand, as we're finding our root, and then just calming. There's some calming properties in here too. It's a powerful emotional stabilizer and it helps to ground our energy, to keep ourselves grounded once again. So this is when we're gonna talk about the root chakra. If you know anything about stabilization, you think of Maslow's hierarchy of need, it's a triangle, and we have to have that root first in order to move upward. in chakra system, it would be moving toward enlightenment, toward our crown. So we got to start at the base and we got to move up. Now let's just close our eyes and we'll pull our shoulders back. We've done all of our setup. We're ready to begin our movement. Well, our breath first. So close your eyes and start breathing in and out just through your nose. You might notice some of these scents around you. You might feel different emotions as you're coming to this yoga practice. And notice for a moment what is on the ground. So what do you feel on the ground? You feel your hips, you feel your legs, you feel your feet. You might even place your hands on the earth. This is where we get our foundation. This is where we start. Either with your eyes closed or open, your choice. Let's just start to roll in our hips. So that's our sacral chakra. But notice as we start to move, we haven't left the root chakra behind. We're still on the ground. We're still feeling that foundation. But now we're just simply moving through our hips. Moving up the chakras, if you will. Start to go the other direction. And maybe notice that not only is this moving in our hips, but we're feeling our abdominals. As we come around to the side, the oblique takes over to the back, the abdominals there, then the other oblique, and then the low back. So we've got all three chakras working in harmony with just this simple roll. Really nice to feel that distinction. Good. Good. Hold your body still. And let's come to all fours. Spreading our fingers wide, feeling the foundation of the hands and the knees. And then lift it just a little higher. Come up onto your toes. Press your hips up to the sky and push back through the shoulders back into the hips. If you're tight today, you might pedal through your heels, dropping one foot at a time to the floor. It's just kind of massaging at the ankles. You can feel the oil on my feet, so there's maybe a little slipping. Be careful. That's the only thing with doing oils is it's on our hands, it's on our feet, so be mindful. Try not to touch your eyes as well. Good. And let's walk our way up to the top. And just let ourselves hang. I'm going to bend my knees. You're welcome to also. As we bend our knees, we're lengthening out through the spine, supporting our back on our thighs, and just feeling nice and heavy. But notice the feet. Wiggle your toes around. Move them. Feel the ground underneath you. Feel that support, that balance on the floor. And then just start to roll up through your spine. Take the shoulders back. We've come up to the top. We're ready to begin more movement. Before we move, take our peppermint oil. We are going to put this on our lower belly. So we're going to get some digestive work going. Peppermint is really great for digestion. There's also a tingling that we're going to feel when we put it on our skin. So it's going to be a physical sensation to help us remember that we are trying to stimulate our abdominals. We are trying to stimulate our solar plexus. That's the third chakra. And we'll feel it every time we breathe. And then it just helps with digestion, which is one of the benefits of stimulating, getting that energy of the third chakra. So let's see if we can feel all three chakras as we move through Asira Namaskara A, sun salutation. First, our feet. So spread your toes wide on the mat. You either have your big toes together, heels slightly apart, or you have your feet hip width distance apart. Both are fine. Feel rooted to the floor, but with that root, we want to grow. So let's take a breath Inhale, lift our arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward, either the legs bent or straight, and we can start to feel our hips. We're bending right at the waist. We can lift through the center of our body. That's our abdominals, third chakra. Inhale, place your hands on your legs, halfway lift, extend the spine. Exhale, bend your knees, hands down, step back to a plank. Plank poses use our abdominals because we have to lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Don't let the stomach sag. Inhale, we stretch through the chest and the abdominals here in this upward facing dog. And then exhale into our down dog. This one has all three chakras. We've got our heels and our hands on the floor. Well, the heels may not touch, but the feet are on the floor. Hands are on the floor. We're pressing back through our shoulders, so we're lifting into the hips, second chakra. And then we're pulling in through Uddiyana Bandha, the navel lock, for the third chakra. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or hop up to the hands. Exhale, fold into your legs, Uttanasana, forward bend. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up to the sky. Exhale, Samastiti, arms by our sides. Let's do it again. Feel the breath, feel the movement. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive forward, down toward the floor as deep as you can go. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step or hop back to a plank. Chaturanga, feel free to drop to your knees if you need to. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Release the heels, lift the hips, whatever you can do. Always, we just do our best. We just do our best. Good, we can feel that oil on our stomach, that lift at the center we're always trying to create. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or hop up to the hands. Exhale, fold into your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti. Good, let's do it one more time for now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back or hop back to the plank, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Good, take a breath, inhale. Exhale. Let's lift our right leg. Inhale, up and back behind you. Exhale, bring it through in between your hands and drop your left knee down to the floor. I scooted my left leg back so that I'm nice and wide. Here's where you might utilize blocks. You're certainly welcome to place the blocks on the floor right by your foot, and it just brings the ground closer to you, right? If that's still too far down, you're always welcome to take your hand to your knee, and that works as well. What we do want to feel is this long length through this hip flexor here and the deepening into the right hip. So this is starting to get into both the root because we're getting low to the floor and into the sacral chakra that's with our hips. You'll feel as we get deeper and deeper toward our hips here. Good. Good. You can take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hand to the inside of your foot. I just moved my blocks. And let's roll to the pinky edge of our right foot. Now, if you're real bendy, you're maybe not using the blocks at all, and you're bringing your hands down, your elbows down to the floor. We can definitely feel this on the outer right hip. If you're not quite as bendy as that, prop your blocks up. and just drop your elbows to the blocks. We're still going a little bit deeper, but we don't have to go all the way. Everybody's body is unique. We're all gonna move in our own fashion. Good. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Good, let's find our root again. Bring your hands to the floor. You can readjust. Use those blocks. And let's lift up onto the left foot. Walk it forward so that we can drop the left heel to the floor and straighten out the right knee. So now our right knee is all nice and straight. The blocks are here in case it's hard to reach for the ground. Some of you might be able to have your hands on the ground. Better quality pose here. We want our heel on the floor back there. We want this knee as straight as we can. If your knee wants to bend because you're tight in your hamstring, that's when you would utilize the blocks. I think quality is much better than quantity. If we can't reach the floor with our hands, it's okay. We can still feel the stretch when we have a better quality of a pose. Good, one more breath. Inhale, exhale. Let's bend the right knee, bring the left knee back down to the floor and readjust one more time to get deep into the hips. Turn your right leg to a pigeon pose. So this can be difficult at times. Sometimes we need help from a block. You might prop your block underneath your right hip so that you don't have to bring the hips all the way to the ground. If you don't need it, then you don't use it, right? And we're gonna bring our elbows to the floor, or once again, you might bring your elbows to a block. There's so many options. The main thing is, what are we trying to feel? We're trying to feel the outer edge of that right hip. This is definitely getting into the sacral chakra. The closer we get to the ground, the more we're down here by this clove oil. So we can just be here and breathe it in. Wow, I can really smell it. Hopefully it's a calming scent for your mind and for your body, because this is a deep pose and sometimes our body doesn't want to let go. Breathe, breathe. Do your best just to let it go. Good. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up onto your hands. Nicely done. Let's roll onto the left knee so that we can bring the right leg up and through and lift it up to three-legged down dog. Good. While we're here, let's do a little bit of abdominals. Inhale, it's lifted high. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, rounded through the back. Inhale, lift it up and back. Exhale, bring the knee to the right elbow, feel the obliques. Inhale, lift it up and back. Exhale, bring the knee to the left elbow. That one's hard, feel that twist in the obliques. Inhale, lift it up and back. Exhale, place it down. All three chakras worked through in one sequence. Now we just need to go back and do the left side. Here we go. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, bend your knee, bring it through. Left foot's on the floor, right knee goes down. We're in our low lunge. Hands on the ground. Hands, I gotta reach mine, on your blocks or hands on the knee. All three poses are just fine. It just depends on you. Just depends on how your body is responding this morning. And we've got that deep sensation through the left hip and some nice length into the right hip flexor. And it's just left for us to be here and breathe. Stretch it out, press it down, feel that length through the hip flexor. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, move the blocks. So the inside of the left foot, roll to the pinky edge, opening that IT band. Then maybe we're bringing our elbows down onto the blocks or completely off to the side. This is a great pose. It's just our body weight pressing into that hip. And amazing how it feels to open up that outer hip. It's not easy to do, right? That's why we keep our nice calm breath. Good. Can smell that clove. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. If you're close enough, you might even be able to smell your feet, right? Come back onto your hands. Let's lift up onto our back foot, walk forward, place that heel down, utilize your blocks. This is our pyramid pose, and we want our left leg to be as straight as we can. We want that right heel to be pressing down onto the floor. So if you need blocks, use them. If you don't need them, then go a little bit deeper, right? Listen to your body. Keep breathing. Always feels good to stretch. Even if it doesn't feel good right now, it's going to feel good later. It's going to feel better that you did it. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bend your left knee. Bring that right knee back down to the floor, and let's readjust for pigeon pose, pulling the left leg parallel to the top of the mat as best as you can, and walk that right knee down. Now you can see a little better how we can prop the block underneath the hip, or another option was to place the block in front and bring your forearms down onto that block. So both options are great, or you might be all the way on the ground and just enjoying that release. The second chakra talks about emotional baggage that's left in our hips. So sometimes we just have to sit in our hips and not get out. If right now my body feels like it wants to escape this pose, but I'm not going to do it because I know that if I stay here, it will get better. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good, we made it. Come on up. I'm gonna set these blocks out of the way. Let's roll onto our right foot and lift the left leg up and back behind us, ready for our abdominals. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knee, round your back, curve your spine. Inhale, lift it up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it to the left elbow. Inhale, lift it up and back. Exhale, now bring it to the right elbow. Inhale, lift it up and back. Exhale, place it down. Good job. Bend your knees, look forward, step, hop, or walk through to sit. Let's stay on our hips. Do a little bit more abdominals for that solar plexus chakra. It's all about power and control with this chakra. So we're trying to build our power back. You can do a couple things. You can come onto your elbows with the knees bent, or they can be straight. You can lift up with your knees bent, or you can straighten. So all options are fine. We're gonna lift and we're gonna hover. This is Navasana and Ardha Navasana. So here we go. Inhale, lift up. Remember, you can be on your elbows. Exhale, hover. So if I was on my elbows, it'd look like this. Inhale, exhale. Or like this. Inhale, I'll show you lots of options. Just keep going. Exhale. You chose. Inhale, exhale. Or even here, inhale. Too many choices, right? Exhale. Keep going. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale, exhale. Hold it here. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Reach your arms overhead. Stretch through your whole torso. Good. A beautiful way to stretch the abdominals is to do a bridge pose. Such a nice compliment right after Navasana. So let's take our arms out to a T for a moment. Bend our knees. Readjust our back. Tilt the pelvis. Press that curve of the spine to the floor. I'm going to pull my arms by my sides. Start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take your hands underneath, clasp them together, and press into the floor. Feel like you're rolling toward the edges of your shoulders and opening up your chest space. We feel that lift. We feel the length through the front of the body. We're building strength in our back body. Good. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Release your hands. Lower it down. We're going to do one more. Your choice of how to do it. Let me grab a block and show you 3 different ways. So the first way would be the most gentle, where you could place a block underneath your hips and hang out there. This is a great option. You don't have to work so hard through your legs and your glutes, but you still get the stretch in the front of the body. So that's option A. Option B would be a bridge pose like we just did. And then option C would be a wheel pose. You take your hands back behind your shoulders and you lift up into wheel pose. If you want to stretch out your abdominals, this is probably the best way to do it. It's really going to stretch those abdominals. And of course, it's the most intense on the back too. But this may or may not be for you. Don't feel pressured. Do what you can. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, come on down, tucking your chin on the way down, and pull your knees into your chest. Nicely done either way. So if you have a block, get it out of the way before you come down and pull your knees into your chest. Good. Good. Now let's rock our way up to sit. And we'll take another oil. We haven't done one for a little bit. This is Cypress oil now. We're going to place it on our heart. I'll try not to move my microphone too much. Probably this hand. So sorry if there's a little bit of static from my microphone. This supports lymphatic and circulatory systems. So our heart is the next chakra on the way up. So this is kind of like we're building, we're strengthening, we're getting our emotional grounding, and then we're moving up into the heart area. It's also the motion it's also an oil of motion and flow, and helps to release stagnant energy. Now, after doing those back bends, it feels really nice to twist. Plus, twists are a great way to, again, stimulate the solar plexus. So let's take Marichyasana C. Extend your legs out and bend the right knee. Bring your foot right up against your leg. Extend your left arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hook it onto your knee, or you can just hug your knee. Then your right hand comes to the floor. Try to sit nice and tall. Lengthen that right arm. Pull your right shoulder back and squeeze through the middle of the body. So this dish rag kind of squeeze that we're doing with our torso, that's what makes this so good for the digestive system and so good for the solar plexus chakra. We're squeezing all those vital organs, and then when we release, that's going to be a refreshing of blood flow. Good. So lots of rotation right there in that lower abdominal area. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Come back to the center. Here's our unwind. Nice job. Take the other side. Bend your left knee. Inhale with the right arm, so we have lots of length through that right side of the body. Rotate elbow to knee or hug. Hands to the floor. Inhale, sit tall, pull in through your center. Exhale, send your gaze back. Just draw that shoulder, that left shoulder back. So we're opening up our chest as well as stimulating our solar plexus chakra. Good. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to the center. Nicely done. Exhale, let's open up wide to Upavista Konasana. So this pose is going to get us, again, connected to the root. We're long on the floor and the hips. So first two chakras. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, walk your way down, all the way down, as far as you can go, right? Everybody's going to be so different with this pose. Everybody's hips are different. So when we reach resistance, just hold there, breathe, and see if you can go a little bit further. That's all that we try to do, little bit by little bit. If it feels like it gets too easy, then keep going, right? Keep going even further. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gently lift it up. And feel that in our hips. Let's softly bend the knees. Ooh, bring them together. Good job. We'll finish off with a vetiver oil. This one we are going to again put on our feet. So we started with oil on the feet and we're going to end coming full circle, but we feel totally different now, right? All that we've done has changed our emotions, has changed our body. So put it on your feet, your ankles, arches of the feet, tops of the feet. Vetiver is a little bit of a thicker oil. So it's good for like a massage oil, a little bit of a thicker consistency. But this is calming and nurturing, both rubbing our body and also the oil. And it's incredibly supportive in self-awareness work. And it grounds us to the present moment. Now as we move towards Shavasana, we want to be in the present. We want to feel like we have taken some information from this practice that we've had together, and we'll use it to benefit and bless our bodies. So let's come to a hip opening pose. Feet together, knees open to the side. This is Baddha Konasana, but we'll take it to our back for Supta Baddha Konasana. So just bring your hands maybe onto your legs for a little extra pressure, or you can just place your arms by your sides, whatever feels good to you. I'll just allow gravity to take over for a moment, pressing down on us, adding a little extra weight. And like we did at the beginning, I want you to just notice the parts of the body that are on the floor. Your hands, your hips, your feet, your head. And start to allow your body to feel a little bit heavy. We are connecting with the earth. We are grounded. Our hips are open. So maybe we're open to possibilities that might come our way during our day. But we're going to approach those things knowing that we're in control. We've controlled our solar plexus, we've opened our emotions of our hips, and we've been grounded through our root, through our base. Now you are welcome to stay in this hip opening position for your Shavasana. If that feels nourishing to you, stay here. If you would rather extend the legs all the way out so that you may feel completely grounded and spread upon the floor, upon the earth, you're welcome to do that as well. This is your time to relax. Have no cares for the time. I will wake you up with the sound of a bell. So now it's your moment just to release and relax and let your body absorb all of the good work that you've done today. Start to wake yourself up. Rotate through your wrists and your ankles. Point and flex your feet. Stretch your arms overhead to lengthen through your entire body. And roll over onto one side in fetal pose. Gently press up to a comfortable seated position. And let's bring our hands to heart center. I'll send you off today with a quote from Proverbs. The deeper the roots, the higher the tree can grow. Thank you for your practice today. Namaste.